Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to the Shadow Room. Today, I just want to talk about a video I just watched. And it was a white guy doing an interview in a projects that's well known. Now, the people are well known, the area is well known, so I will not mention it because, I'm not nobody and these people can knock my fucking head off. And I don't have no problem with nobody. When I say things, nobody pays attention to what I'm saying. They just see the first point and they're not seeing the ultimate picture. Because I yell and I scream and I get it. I'm not a super thug, so when a regular black man tries to talk to the gangsters, y'all like, nigga, I don't want to hear that Sharif, but I want to put y'all on some game. One, before watching this, I was watching the top 10 gangster organizations in the world. Not you little guys. The real dudes. The real worldwide motherfuckers. And every nation of every country that has a country, their people have a super gang, right? Now, the one thing I noticed in all of these different, they went to every single country in the world and every nation, and they talked about how long they've been out and who's the oldest and how much money they're worth and how they run their rules and all these different things. And you know what the one thing in common that all of them had? No one knows their plans or sees their fucking faces. Ever. You get to see the drones, the nobodies, but you never get to hear what the fuck is going on in their shit. So my point is, as I'm watching this black people thing in a bad neighborhood and their gang, I'm watching them have a white man walk through the projects with them, and these niggas is pointing out everything. I'm like, yo, y'all really trust that white dude? Because he say he gonna put you on TV and make you a little famous. You gonna go on a documentary, he gonna help your people, right? Help y'all get heard. See, what y'all don't know is, they need to keep tabs on us to make sure you niggas never get organized. And you niggas like to say and go on camera and show your faces. Point out who's the OG, who's this, and who's the that, and who. So then they, the people that gonna keep your asses down, they know your face and they know who's in charge and they know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with, and you just reveal everything so eventually the cops can just come get you and make the main boss snitch. It's stupid. I'm not a gangster, but I'm black, so I come from the streets, and I learned a lot about things from the Bible about coming together as a people. It's the same thing as a gang. You have a code, and you follow the laws, and you follow the rules, and if you don't, there's punishments. It's the same thing with the Bible. Even the Bible says, don't tell your left hand what your right hand's doing. AKA, don't fucking show people what you're doing. You can't even show your fucking friends everything you're gonna do. You can't even be in an organization and show certain members what you're doing. Why? Because then motherfuckers can, what if they're not strong enough to, not tell? What if they are stupid enough to talk about it because, they're dumb and weak around bitches and they like to showboat? Like, yeah, I'm with the big boss, you know what I'm saying? And we about to go make this money, son. And then, it's a fucking FBI agent. If yous are gonna do that shit because you feel like you have no way out, I understand this world is fucked up and, but for the love of God, do it for real. Now, I shouldn't even say that because I'm a man of God. And I should never condone people to, go the other way. But you're my people. And I love you regardless. Stop showing your enemy your hand. They come with smiles and they let you tell your war stories, and you don't even realize, you do realize these people, like, the ones that hate us the most, they need to know what's going on in the projects so they know how to apply certain pressure to keep you niggas, keep us doing what we're doing, right? And you tell them everything. I sat there and watched them. I watched the old lady say, yeah, everybody's depressed down here. We're trying to work on depression. And then the dude that was the star of the show told me, yeah, man, it's the murder capital, boy. We be busting each other. It's murder out here, Capital One murder. Woo! And I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Why the fuck are you promoting that? You live in the, why are we so happy to tell everybody we kill each other every day? We're so cool. We nigga, we be bodying niggas down here. Ain't no pussy shit down here, dog. We will shoot your ass to death. And I'm like, alright, that's what's up. Like, you know what I mean? If you really that gangster and you really that tough, I can't take that away from you at all. But you're only doing that to each other. So are you really fucking tough? Because when one white guy with a badge comes on that block, all of you scatter. All you's gotta hear is whoop, whoop, and the Kool-Aid starts pumping in niggas' hearts. Now, I'm not saying you're pussy or you're not supposed to be afraid of the cops. Oh, the cops is the biggest gang in the world, and they'll shoot first and ask questions later. So, they scare the shit out of me too. Don't act like I'm saying you're not supposed to be scared. The point I'm making is you glorify shooting each other. The rest of the world laughs at us. They're literally laughing at you. It's like, yo, these dudes are smiling and souped up saying, yeah, nigga, we kill each other every day. Over anything, nigga. If you breathe the wrong way, we're knocking your noodle loose, nigga. I'm like, whoa, what a way to show everyone in the world that you hate each other. And that all their tricks to make you separate is always gonna work. Because you love it. Or you don't know what's really going on and you think you're doing an interview to get yourself more interviews and notoriety, but what you're really doing is reporting to the world your tricks worked and we still don't know how to get out of it. Because as they ask you these questions, they ask you the real questions. See, this white dude was slick. He said, what can we do? What do you think you guys could do to change things? And this nigga said, communication and funds. We need money and we need communication. And the white guy goes, well, who you need communication with? And he goes, we need communication with each other. So you mean to tell me, you, the man that just said, if you disrespect or breathe wrong, I'm going to shoot your ass dead. What? That's an environment where most people are not going to be able to communicate because you just said you can be shot for disrespect. So if I tell you that you're killing my people with your drugs or anything, or you're flagging up, that's going to offend you. And then you're going to shoot me dead, your brother. Because I'm not like you. Do you not see, like, the joke of this? Do you know they used to take surveys back in the day when they started the welfare system so they can see it? They did the paperwork so they can see how many of us there are and how many of us are actually putting out the husbands out the house. Don't you understand they want us to go on camera and talk about all of our bad shit because then they know it's working? If we went on camera and pretended like everything was good all the time, you know how quickly these motherfuckers would start fucking coming down. You would know that they're fucking with us because things would start happening. If we pretended to get along with each other. You don't believe me? Try it. Call a neighborhood peace day and have barbecues every fucking 5 weeks or some shit. And watch how the cops start rolling around your neighborhoods and say y'all ain't allowed to do that. Because you're not getting together to argue. You're getting together just to chill and be peaceful. And they don't want that. Because then you'll think about things and then you'll realize exactly like in my last video that I was playing about how like Dr. Umar said, just alone on alcohol and Jordans and weave, black people spend $6 billion a year. All the cartels that I watched in the fucking video that are super drug dealers around the world and traffic people, and they do all these things to get all this money. You know how much money all these mafias have? $6 billion. So, these guys do all these bad things to get $6 billion, and our black asses already have it, and we spend it on alcohol and weave and Jordans. Do you see my point now? Are you getting it? Are you kind of understanding? We are the jewel of the fucking world, and we are rich, and our enemy turned us against each other, and we are never getting out of this without each other. They're never gonna let us build to be better than them. If you don't believe that, go look up Black Wall Street. 30 years after slavery, we got out of slavery, started reading books and learning again, and then we built a nice town, and we were literally doing better. It was the #1 money-making state, that town, or whatever. It was making more money than other neighboring towns. So much that the neighboring towns and other nations of whites and other people, they hated them so much, they started to go in that town and started burning this shit to the ground and taking their shit. So if you ever believe you're really going to join their game of building up past them, and the people that are around you, them, not the police, the people ran up on them. And then, you know what happened next? They called in the army. And they didn't send soldiers. They sent planes. And they dropped fire bombs on us. So when you say 9/11 was the first airplane attack, they fucking bombed us with airplanes first. And they didn't say, never forget. They made us forget. I had to wait until I was 20-something years old to find out we were the first people attacked with planes by our own country. Supposedly. At least that's what the video I seen said. You know, like, it could have been wrong. I could have been watching the wrong thing. But the point remains. We're never getting up past them because they don't want us to be. We have all the resources we need right now. We just won't put it together and build anything. We want to stay in these projects and we want to stay in these areas that we've known our whole lives. I heard a woman on this show, on this thing, say, I was living in these projects for 43 years. And she said it like it was nothing. And I was like, yo, that's not right. That's not right. You never tried to escape? I tried to escape 5 times. And the only reason I'm still not living in the projects now is because we got kicked out because my brothers wanted to be super gangster. And now our projects, like most of the other projects, are filled with Indians, Spanish, and white people. See, my brothers and sisters, you're gonna move out of those fucking projects whether you like it or not. As you killed each other, as we destroyed each other, the neighborhood properties go down. Now that no one's there that'll actually work and produce, this is when the other people start coming. They raise the rent and yous are gonna go bye-bye. If that doesn't work, they know it's only a matter of time for you to do a crime or something. And then you get kicked out. And then slowly, just like my neighborhood, you'll start seeing the change. And the beginning of the video, the guy starts off like, yeah, they're gentrifying the place. See, I watched history, and I watched these things happen over and over from all these different time periods for us. It's the same thing every time. As long as we trash our own neighborhoods, nobody wants to live there. Once we start the murder rate up, everyone else close moves away. Then it becomes a fucking desolate land, and then we destroy each other more, and then they lock us up, and then they move new people in. And that's it. Bye-bye, scatter all over America.